I'd like to give an example of duckling discipleship. This is an example from a brand new believer. As soon as I'm able to lead someone to follow the Lord, I like to tell them this: it is a blessing to follow the Lord. It is a great blessing to lead others to follow the Lord. It is a greater blessing to start a new spiritual community, a new simple church. And it is the greatest blessing to equip others to start new spiritual communities. I want to help you start to have greater, and greatest blessing. So essentially, what I've just told that brand new believer is that I want to equip them to be a church planter trainer. So I'll ask them, make a list of 100 people that you know, friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, classmates. And then after you make that list, let's pick 5 that you want to share right away. You want to share with them what Christ has done for you and why you have chosen to follow Christ. So they'll make their list of 100, they'll pick 5. Then I'll equip them to share their testimony. For a brand new believer, this is essentially why they decided to follow Christ. So we'll practice that. And I'll have them practice it 5 times, once for each of the 5 people that they've recommended that they want to talk to right away. So we'll role play it, and I will play the part of each of those people. Then I'll equip them to share the gospel. Usually in whatever way I shared the gospel with them, I'll teach them how to share the gospel in that same way. And again, we'll role play it 5 times. So I'll have them pretend that I'm the first person of those 5, and then they'll share the gospel with me. And so then after they're comfortable doing that and I feel like they're ready, I'll say, great, this is Wednesday, so Friday, let's get together. Is the evening okay with you? Let's say 8 o'clock, we can meet at the tea shop down the street. And they'll say, sure. And so I'll get their contact information, and then I send them out to share with those 5 people that they have identified that they want to share the gospel with. So 2 days later, I'll meet up with them, and I have their contact information, so if they don't show up, I can get a hold of them. And then I say, how did it go? And so maybe they shared the gospel, but nobody believed. Or actually, maybe they didn't share the gospel. Well, if they didn't share the gospel, then I'll say, all right, what do we need to do? Do I need to go with you? We can go right now. Would any of those people be available if we would go right now? Or would you rather just practice some more? How can I help you to do this? But maybe they've shared the gospel and no one believed. That's fine. I'm happy. We'll start talking about baptism. We'll start moving on to the next steps. Maybe they shared the gospel and someone believed, and so then I'll make sure that they followed up, telling them about the greater and greatest blessings. If they didn't, we'll practice that again, and I'll send them back to those people who believed. But occasionally, they'll share the gospel. One or more people will believe, and they share with them this entire process. I'm ecstatic in that case. I'm assuming that this is a person of peace. This is potentially a person through whom not only a new church could start, but possibly a movement could start. So this process helps me identify people that I especially want to focus extra attention and extra effort on coaching. And it's clear that this person is functioning in that duckling manner, right? Not only following, but also leading. They're faithfully balancing the knowledge, the obedience, and the sharing. And that is someone that God will invest more in, and that's someone that I want to invest more in.